Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Zeez from Prairie Kitten. This is a border tangle, or you could think of it as a ribbon tangle, either way. And it's so nice because there's so many ways that you can finish this one off. So I'm going to start, let's see. I'm going to put the border up here. So it starts with a series of dots. And they don't necessarily have to be big, although I was thinking that that could be a whole variation in and of itself, is by making, the dots kind of big. Well, you know what, I might try that. I'm going to do a second one here because there's an additional way she did it, and I'll try, I'm going to try that on the second one. All right, so a series of dots in line with each other, kind of, it would depend on how you want the end result, but kind of like in a grid pattern, but we're just doing, a row with two dots there. All right, then we're going to just draw a line in between two going this direction. Then, and this is, I'm sure why she calls it Zeez, is I'm going to do a diagonal, making a Z. It's like if you do it this way, then it would just be ends. But I was like, oh yeah. But you can do this one either way. But this is probably how she was doing it, and said, oh, look at the Z's, Z for Zentangle. That's so cool. All right. Oh, and then doing the diagonal. Then we're gonna aura the inside of each section. So if you are new to Zentangle, to aura, as you can see, it's just like an outline. You just pick your how far away from the line you're auraing, how far away you want that, and then the game is to see if you can maintain that distance consistently. It does. You know what? If it sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, but it's okay either way. And so just auraing those sections like so. Now, this is where you get to make decisions. Do you want to leave it blank? Do you want to? You could shade it in with the graphite. Oh, you could shade the. Oh, that might be neat. I might do that in addition to in my step out. I did 4. I put on 4 ideas. You'll see this in the description section, the links to. And while I'm talking about that and maybe deciding what we want to do here, we'll do a second row. And I am gonna do this with bigger dots. There was I don't know if it was like a lettering technique where you would write out, say your name, and my mom used to do this. When we do craft shows, and she was customizing something, and on other things, and you would write whatever you were writing, and then put little balls at the end, and it looks really neat. So I thought, oh well, maybe that would look neat on this. We're gonna just see. Okay, same idea here. We start with lines going in that direction. Then we could do like an S shape. So coming from this dot. And I think if you do the S shape, you as I did in the step out, some of mine were a little bit smaller. You almost want to have enough room, but still, they still looked okay when I did the step out. Even though some of them, like I said, were a little bit tight on space. And then same idea here, we're auraing. The trick with auraing this, well, even the other one is, trying to find, okay, here's where this ends for this side here that's open. Especially on this one that's curved, you want to get a little bit of that curve in there to kind of accentuate that. So that's working out pretty good. So you can have just a neat look by just making an S shape instead of the diagonal. All right, and I think that looks kind of cool with having that little ball on the end. All right, let's see. Okay, let's see. Debate. While I debate on this one, I don't know if I can do this small enough, but we shall see. Because in addition to what I put on my step out and what is also on the Tangle Patterns link, which both again will be in the description box. I didn't put a fill in because you could just fill this in solid with whatever ink color. You could fill it in solid with graphite. And if you did that, of course, use the tortillon. If you could just scribble a little bit and then use the tortillon to move the graphite within this triangle to smooth it out. It makes it look nice. But what I'm going to attempt to do, like I said, it's small, so we'll see how well. And I might have to just get a fresh tortillon. Oh, here's one that has a fine tip. All right. I was going to get a fresh one just because I want to have that fine tip. And I'm just going to use like a pushing motion, not necessarily circular motion, because if I want to have it shaded or look like this, you have to have some original tile color in there. Otherwise, it is just filling in gray. And even like just going over like this, because it's still spreading it a little bit. You know, kind of just as wide as the tip. And as long as that tip is wider than the line of graphite, you're still getting a little bit of a gradient. You can just play with it a little bit, but I like to do little circles, and that's not going to necessarily give me enough room. Oh, see, that looks really neat. There are some other, and then that, of course, makes me think of other things. You could just do two sides. I could have just done that, and that would look neat. You know, do these two sides that, you decide what two sides you'd want to do, and that would look really cool. Let's see, what did I not do? What I didn't do, and let's just see what that looks like. Actually, let me get my graphics one here, because I did not do a fill in on mine, but we can see what that looks like here. I mean, you can kind of imagine, and of course, what I like to do on these quickies is stick to black, white shades of gray, usually. I think I've done the occasional color, or if I have a sample that I've done from a class or something, then I would show that as a sample, because you can, of course, use color if you want to. The Zentangle method, which is used for meditation mindfulness, it's just the black, white shades of gray, because we want it to be we don't want to think too much about it. It's just, grab your stuff and go. No planning. No, of course you might decide what tangles you want to do, but outside of that, the idea is find a pattern and just do it, and and then another one. And if you have opportunity, and I need to put some on my own calendar, to take I call it Zentangle Essentials, but some people call it a beginner's class or a 101 class. Make sure to take that, and especially from somebody that's a Certified Zentangle Teacher, CZT, and you'll see that CZT logo that we're all authorized to use, since we've gone through the training and learned from the founders directly. It's so nice, but it's worthwhile to take that, so that way then you get you get more about Zentangle. And that it's more than just really cool patterns and making really cool art. If you want to go that route, there's more to it, and it's kind of neat. So here's two options for you, and it's a really neat border. So you could picture it going around. I'm gonna also guess if you decided not to make them exactly square, that could be kind of cool too. Having fun and playing with it is up to you and your creativity. So I already mentioned the step outs in the description section. Also, you'll find ways to connect with me if you like if you like the videos that I've been doing, if you like my style, would love to have you join us for a free class. I do both paid and free classes. Mostly free classes, it seems like. Once a week I do on Thursdays. And I do 2 sessions on Thursdays. And so anyway, that's on my website. Please check it out. Also, feel free to, subscribe to my blog. And as I get better at doing posts, then, you'll stay in touch. You'll also see the results from the classes that I do. And we just have a lot of fun. Would love to have you join us. If you like the video, would love to have a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed yet, would love to have you as a subscriber. If you do, make sure to also hit that notification bell next to the subscription button, so that way you designate how you want to be notified, if you want to be notified at all. And most importantly, thank you so much for watching this and enjoying. Well, I hope you're enjoying anyway. And I wish you lots of happy tangling.